निरोधो न चोत्पत्तिः न बद्धो न च साधकः न मुमुक्षुर्न वै मुक्तः इत्येषा परमार्थता.
There's neither dissolution nor creation. Neither is the individual being bound to the world, nor are there means to attain liberation. Neither there's seeker of liberation, nor is there the liberated one. This itself is the absolute truth. This has been declared by Sri Gaudapad in the Karika verses on the Mandukya Upanishad. We welcome the lovers of the Natya Ved, which Bharat is eager to perform, and all of our viewers are eager to watch. The subject of today's drama is three states of reality and the unreal. What are these three states of reality and what is unreal?
Narrator, come to the point right away.
Seems like the Nati is eager to make her entrance. So viewers, there was the king of Mithila.
Wait, narrator. How many times will you narrate the same story? I have heard the story about King Janaka quite often
Nati, the audience listens to the same story over and over again.
and beat their heads in repentance.
I'm neither repeating any story nor its essence.
Why? Haven't the audience heard the story of Mithila's King Janaka earlier?
Nati, Janak means father. Janak means protector. Thus, as per the noble tradition of Mithila, all kings of Mithila are referred to as Janak. Just as a caring father loves his children, so does a king love his subjects as he would his own children. Thus was Janak the king of the great kingdom of Mithila. Mithila the center of knowledge and Janak a connoisseur of knowledge. So what happened is one day, one such Janak.
Please give me bhiksha. I have been starving for 7 days now. Somebody please give me food. I am starving since 7 days. Give me something to eat. Give me bhiksha. Bhiksha. I'm starving since 7 days, brother. I have no money either.
Are you not ashamed to beg?
Where have you come from?
Why must you ruin the reputation of the city? If any constable sees you, he will immediately throw you in jail.
But I am hungry.
Come on, get lost!
Go away! Where have I landed myself now? Should one be ashamed to beg? Is it a crime to beg for alms? Surely I have landed up in a city of criminals. It was my mistake to have begged for alms from those beggars. Now let me go and beg for alms from some cultured citizen. Let me go and ask her for some alms. I'm starving since 7 days. Please get someone to give me food.
You are wandering around hungry since 7 days. Why are you spoiling the city's reputation?
If you are so concerned about the city's reputation, then give me something. No one gives alms. Everyone gives lectures.
How can one give alms? It is against the city's tradition.
Oh, what is this tradition of yours? I am very hungry.
If one does not get alms in the city, a beggar may go to the royal charity house and get alms.
Not your palms. Bring forward your bowl. My bowl? Haven't you brought a bowl? No. Don't you have a bowl? No. An absolute beggar. Remember, you must keep your bowl with you. Go. Go and get a bowl. Go. Where do I get a bowl from?
What do you want?
A bowl.
What sort of a bowl? Round and deep? Thin and shallow? Big or small?
Which can hold one meal as alms.
Okay. Take this. Pay 1 penny.
But I don't have any.
Then go away. Go and beg. Big deal. Go away!
Watch out! 2 bulls have broken loose and are coming this way! Watch out! Watch out!
Gosh! Those 2 fighting bulls are coming my way!
Do you want to die? Come on, run! The bulls are coming! Watch out! Glory to Mithila's King Janaka! Glory!
What is real? That which I was watching? Or that which I see now? Was the state of the dream world I was in real? Or is my present world unreal? What is reality?
What is an appearance? And what is reality? Our King Janaka here was lost in this dilemma. And without taking anyone along or informing anyone, he approached Rishi Ashtavakra, seeking answers to his questions.
Ashtavakra, the son of Acharya Kahod and the grandson and disciple of Acharya Uddalak. The great knowledge tradition under which Shwetaketu was initiated, representing that lineage, was the thinker, philosopher and spiritual aspirant Ashtavakra.
And in a heap of garbage, I found a broken bowl, in which I obtained food. As soon as I sat down to eat, I saw that 2 mad bulls were running towards me. I got scared. The bowl fell from my hands. Just then my sleep too ended. When I looked around, I found that there was nothing like that.
So what do you wish to know, King?
Which one of the 2 was actually real? That which I saw in my dream? Or this? Reality of the waking state?
Neither of them is real.
How can that be, Acharya? I was able to see which appeared in my dream state. And I am seeing that too, which I can see after waking up.
Are you really awake even now, King? When you experience the supreme reality, you will find both these states to be unreal. Until you do not experience the supreme reality, you will experience 2 types of realities in this objective world.
How?
The beggar of the dream and the whole world that he experienced is the subjective reality, because its experience is an appearance. For example, you dreamt that you were a beggar, and until your sleep ended, you believed that subjective reality itself to be true. But when you woke up, you discovered that I'm not a beggar. I am the King Janaka, experiencing the world of the wakeful state in which we are living. Itself is the transactional reality.
Narrator, if empirical reality is false, then how does one operate in this world? How does one decide what is right and wrong?
Nati, the power of Vivek that God has granted to humans has been specially granted in order to distinguish between auspicious and auspicious knowledge, ignorance, light and darkness.
How?
Okay, let me tell you another story. There was a guru and he had a disciple. The guru taught his disciples that God dwells in every creature. The disciple imbibed just that God dwells in every creature.
Then?
Once the disciple went to the forest to get firewood for sacrifice. Now, while returning from the forest with all that firewood, then...
Run! Save yourselves! My elephant has turned wild! Run!
Don't just stand and stare. The elephant is coming. Run for your life. Come on, run!
I wonder what happens to these poor people. What is there to get so scared about? My Acharya has taught me that there is God in every creature. I am God, and so is that elephant. How can God be in fear of God? Let the elephant come. After all, how can a god harm another god? Let God come face to face with God today.
Run, Brahmachari, run! Save your life! My elephant is out of my control! Run, Brahmachari, run! Run!
Hey, Mahavat! Why should I fear God?
Tell me, how are you feeling?
Where am I?
You are with me at your guru's place? You're safe.
Acharya,
Keep lying down, keep lying down.
are all my bones broken, Acharya?
Bones will heal ultimately. Don't worry about it.
Forgive me, Acharya. Instead of me serving you, I am making you serve me.
That's the bond between Guru and his disciple. But tell me one thing. Did you not see such a large elephant approaching you?
I did see it, Acharya. But it was you who said that there is God in every creature. So I was not worried at all. But it lifted me with its trunk and threw me down.
You could see God in the elephant. But the Mahout who was frantically screaming his head off to warn you, you could not see God in him at all. Besides, how would the elephant know that there is God in the one whom it is about to kill? Can an elephant distinguish that?
Did you understand, Nati? The one who sees the elephant should also listen to its mahout. That means one should use one's power of discretion and decide what is good for oneself and what is harmful.
Narrator, after he woke up from sleep, the subjective reality in King Janak's dream came to an end. But the empirical reality? How does that end?
Nati, as soon as one becomes aware of the absolute reality, the transactional reality ceases to exist.
Meaning?
Meaning, in this universe created by God, change alone is the unchanging law. From birth to death, one's body, mind, intellect, all these keep changing constantly. This state of constant change itself is a transactional reality.
And absolute reality?
Absolute reality is that which remains unchanged in all three periods of time. Once a person experiences this absolute reality, then for him the transactional reality ends automatically.
So doesn't absolute reality ever cease to exist?
The absolute reality can never end and can never be brought to an end by an external entity. When one experiences the absolute reality, then for such an individual, the difference between I and you ends too.
Meaning?
Meaning all the differences in the world are differences pertaining to name, form and words alone, Nati. Remaining entangled in it itself is ignorance. Disassociating from those, becoming detached, that is knowledge. Let me tell you a third story now. This story is from Vishnu Puran. There was a rishi named Ribhu, and he had a disciple named Nidagha. Ribhu gave Nidagha the knowledge of Advaita. But since Nidagha lacked firm faith in the path of spiritual knowledge, in spite of knowing and understanding it all, he left the oath of knowledge, went back to his town and started practicing ritualistic worship. Ribhu had as much love for his disciple as Nidagha had respect for and faith in his Acharya. So in order to see his disciple's spiritual progress, Ribhu would often visit his hometown in disguise. And so once Ribhu went in disguise to see his disciple, just then the king's convoy was passing through the town.
Glory to the Emperor! Glory! Glory to the Emperor! Glory!
Brother, what is this commotion about?
Can't you see this? The king's convoy is passing by.
Oh, the king's convoy. But the king is not to be seen.
Who is on that elephant? The king, of course.
Oh, the king is on the elephant. I can see both, but which one is the king and which one is the elephant?
What did you say? You can see both of them. But you don't understand that the one seated on the top is the king, and the large animal under him is the elephant. It is useless to even talk to fools like you.
You just forgive a fool like me, brother. What to do? I live in a village. That is all I know. But you said something about top and under. What does that mean?
The king and the elephant that you see, one of them is on top and the other one is under. Still you don't know what is on top and what is under? If from the words and the scene you do not understand what is on top and what is under, then I will just have to mount on you and explain what is meant by on top and under. Can you just bend down a little? I shall explain to you right away. Now me, who is seated on top, is the king, and you, who is under me, is the elephant. Now did you understand?
No, brother. I have still not understood. You said, me who is seated on top is the king, and you who is under me is the elephant. In that, king and elephant, on top and under, I understood that part. But, please tell me, what is this me and you?
Me? And you? Acharya? Acharya! I have recognized you, Acharya. Other than my Acharya, who else could detach me from the falsity of this world and make me experience the Atma? Please forgive me, Acharya, and kindly bless me.
Did you see that, Nati? How Nidagha realized the Atma? At that moment of enlightenment, he experienced the absolute reality. And he realized that there is absolutely no existence other than his own Atma.
I have understood this much at least, that subjective and transactional realities are unreal. That is, in their moment, they can be felt and also seem real. But later they become restricted or cease to exist. But absolute reality always remains. It is never restricted, nor does it cease. For example, the movie screen. Before the movie begins to be screened, during screening, and even when it has finally ended, the screen remains exactly the same.
You are quite right, Nati. Things like me and you, this and that, these divisive ideas are not there in it.
Tell me one more thing, narrator. Apart from reality and illusion, is there any other truth or falsehood?
Nati, there is no other truth. But understand what is meant by unreal. Unreal is that which does not ever exist during any of the three periods of time.
For example?
For example, you had a dream. A dream is not real, but still you saw it. You even experienced it. That is why the reality of dreams is subjective reality. The waking state is of transactional reality, which you see and also experience. The reality of Brahma is absolute reality because it is perpetual. And you know what? You can experience it because you are that yourself. Amongst subjective, transactional, and absolute realities, subjective and transactional realities are discordant with each other. That means if there's subjective, there's no transactional. If there's transactional, there is no subjective. Whereas absolute reality is common and unchanged for both of them. Since the absolute is truth, the Atma or the self, the very being of the seer, it remains common and also unchanged for both, be it subjective or transactional. But which doesn't exist, that which never was, is, or can be, that can never be experienced because it doesn't exist at all. It is unreal. For example, horns on a donkey's head. That which can never be experienced is unreal.
संसारः स्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषादिसङ्कुलः स्वकाले सत्यवत् भाति प्रबोधे सत्यसद्भवेत्.
In Atma Bodh, Adi Shankaracharya has said that this ephemeral world, which is full of likes and dislikes, is just like a dream. One believes it to be true as long as it is visible to them. But as soon as one experiences the absolute reality, for such an individual, the world ceases to exist.
यस्य प्रसादेन